Take a deep breath, unwind, and let tonight's story bring peace. Let and Blossoms Kate. This story is about a young girl named Tulip and a sprite named Blossom who restore the life of their valley through unwavering faith. In the heart of a serene, sun-faced valley, there lived a young girl named Tulip. Surrounded by fields of wild flowers and towering mountains, she was a picture of innocence and curiosity. Each day, Tulip explored her vibrant world, her spirit intertwined with the beat around her. One sunny afternoon, while picking daisies near her cottage, Tulip heard a faint, melodic whisper carried by the wind. Intrigued, she followed the soothing sound to the edge of the forest, where she found a shimmering sprite called Blossom. Blossom, with wings that glowed like the morning dew, had a presence that was both comforting and ethereal. She spoke in a voice that was as soft as a lullaby. "Tulip, you have a pure heart. The mountains are in need of your faith." Without hesitation, Tulip nodded, feeling a calm resolve settle within her. Blossom led Tulip deep into the heart of the mountains, where ancient trees whispered secrets and rivers sang sweet lullabies. They arrived at a sacred grove, illuminated by a gentle light that seemed to come from the very heart of the earth. In the center stood an ancient stone, etched with runes that pulsed with a quiet power. Blossom explained the stone's significance. It was the heart of the mountain, a source of life that thrived on the faith and purity of those who believed. Recently, the faith in the valley had dwindled, causing the stone's glow to dim, and the once vibrant nature was now withering. Tulip, understanding the gravity of the situation, placed her hands on the stone. She closed her eyes and poured all her faith and love into it. Blossom watched with hopeful eyes. The stone began to warm under Tulip's touch, and soon, a radiant light burst forth, filling the grove with warmth and life. The trees began to hum with renewed energy, and flowers blossomed with vibrant hues. Tulip's unwavering faith had restored the heart of the mountain. Over the years, Tulip and Blossom forged a bond that grew stronger with each passing day. Tulip became the valley's guardian, her faith a guiding light that ensured the continued prosperity and beauty of her home. Blossom never strayed far, always watching over Tulip with a loving heart. He nurtured their beloved valley, their faith an unbreakable thread that wove through their lives, bringing joy and peace to everyone around them. The next story is ready to bring you peace. Susan and the Dancing Fairy, a tale of birds. This story is about Susan, who meets a fairy named Acalypha, and shares a magical day dancing with birds in the forest. Susan lived in a quaint village nestled at the edge of an ancient forest. Every morning, she would wake up to the melodious chirping of birds. One day, while wandering deeper into the woods, she stumbled upon a glade where the light pierced through the dense trees, creating a magical aura. In the center of the glade, a tiny ethereal fairy named Acalypha was dancing with a flock of brilliantly colored birds fluttering around her. Mesmerized by the enchanting scene, Susan approached cautiously, trying not to disturb the fairy and her feathered companions. Noticing her presence, Acalypha paused and smiled warmly at Susan. "Welcome, kind human," Acalypha said in a voice as soft as a whispering breeze. Susan smiled back, her heart filling with joy. "I'm Acalypha," the fairy introduced herself, "and these are my friends, the birds of the forest." The birds chirped in unison, creating harmonious music that made Susan feel like she was part of the fairy's magical world. "Would you like to dance with us?" Acalypha asked. Susan nodded eagerly, her excitement bubbling over. As she joined hands with the fairy, the birds formed a circle around them, their vibrant colors blending with the sunlight. They danced for what felt like hours, though time seemed to stand still. With every step, Susan felt lighter, as if she was floating. The forest seemed to come alive, the trees swaying gently with the rhythm of their dance. After the dance, Acalypha led Susan to a nest hidden in the high branches. Well, tiny inside were tiny, blue eggs. "These are robin eggs," Acalypha explained, "and they will soon hatch into beautiful birds." Susan marveled at the delicate eggs, her heart swelling with a newfound appreciation for the wonders of nature. "Thank you, Acalypha," Susan said, "for sharing this beautiful moment with me." Acalypha smiled and handed Susan a small feather. "This is a gift," she said, "a token of our friendship." Susan took the feather and promised to cherish it forever. As she made her way back through the forest, she felt a deep connection to the birds and the fairy she had just met. Her heart was full, and she knew that she would never forget this magical day. Back in her village, Susan placed the feather on her windowsill, a reminder of her enchanting adventure with Acalypha. From that day on, the birds' songs were even more precious to her, as they would always remind her of the fairy who danced with the birds in the heart of the forest. Let's move onward to the next story. Tansy and Katie's Unyielding Journey. This story is about Tansy and a mouse named Kate, who embark on a journey demonstrating the power of persistence and friendship. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by rolling green hills, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Tansy. Tansy had always been fascinated by the wonders of nature, spending hours in the meadows collecting flowers and observing the animals. One sunny afternoon, as she wandered near the edge of the village, she stumbled upon a tiny mouse named Cadet. Abati was unlike any other mouse Tansy had ever seen. He had a spark of determination in his eyes and a little star on his ear from past adventures. Despite his small size, Kai dreamed of exploring the world beyond the village. Seeing his earnestness, Tansy decided to help him achieve his dream. Together, they planned their journey, gathering supplies and maps of distant lands. As they embarked on their adventure, they faced numerous hardships. They encountered raging rivers, towering mountains, and dense forests. However, with each obstacle, their bond grew stronger. Whenever Tansy felt disheartened, Kaidi would squeak encouragingly and show her the way forward. And whenever Kaidi's tiny legs grew weary, Tansy would carry him in her warm hands. Their persistence paid off when they discovered a hidden valley full of breathtaking beauty. The valley was a paradise with sparkling streams, vibrant flowers, and gentle breezes. It was a place that seemed to have been waiting just for them. Tansy and Kaidi reveled in the valley's wonders, their hearts filled with joy and a sense of accomplishment. They had proven that with persistence and friendship, no dream was too big. As the sun set behind the hills, they made a promise to cherish this valley and protect its beauty for as long as they lived. They built a cozy little home in the valley, where they continued to live happily, always ready for the next adventure around the corner. Let's journey on with another heartwarming story. Dahlia and Angelonia, a journey to happiness. This story is about Dahlia and her wise Trefolt's friend Angelonia, who embark on a journey to find happiness, only to realize that true joy lies in their bond and shared moments. Once upon a time in a small, vibrant village, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Dahlia, who loved nature and animals. She had a special bond with a wise old tortoise named Angelonia. Every morning, Dahlia would visit the ancient oak tree in the heart of the forest, where Angelonia resided. They spent their days exploring the wonders of the forest, discovering hidden streams and vibrant meadows brimming with wildflowers. Dahlia's laughter echoed through the woods as Angelonia shared stories of the forest's magic and wisdom accumulated over the years. One day, Dahlia noticed that Angelonia seemed troubled. When she asked him, the tortoise sighed deeply and spoke of a distant land known for its unparalleled happiness. Despite his years of knowledge, Angelonia had never been there, and longed to experience it with his dear friend. Encouraged by Dahlia's enthusiasm, they set off on an adventure with dreams of finding this fabled land. Their journey was filled with challenges and wonders. They crossed steep hills, waded through stirring rivers, and met various creatures who shared lessons of courage, kindness, and perseverance. In each encounter, Dahlia and Angelonia found their bond growing stronger. One evening, as they rested under a sky filled with countless stars, they reflected on their journey. Dahlia realized that happiness was not a place, but the moments shared, and the love they had for each other. At that moment, Angelonia felt a warmth in his heart, understanding that true joy was within their reach all along. They decided to return home, bringing with them the lessons learned and the joy discovered. Back in their beloved village, Dahlia and Angelonia continued their adventures, spreading happiness and wisdom to all they met. The villagers noticed the change in Dahlia, who now carried an aura of warmth and contentment. The bond between Dahlia and Angelonia became a testament to the power of friendship and the realization that happiness comes from within. From that day forth, the village flourished with a newfound sense of community and joy, inspired by the heartwarming journey of Dahlia and Angelonia. Rest well and let go of the day. Sweet dreams.